at the Sigelman's quarters in Hobart. This is where David and Mandy have built their dream little cottage. And there are some amazing little design features that they've installed, which somehow sit nicely between the old and the new. Let me show you a couple. The first is where we're standing. This is Mandy's favourite spot in the house, the veranda. It's probably the most comfortable spot in the house in the summer, but this is Hobart and it's really cold. So this whole glazing around here, they've kept all this beautiful glazing to keep the wind out, and they've installed these little heaters. So now this 6 months of the year room becomes a 12 months of the year room. Through this way. One of the things I really like about restoration work is when you can see the remnants of the things left behind. It's those choices about what to keep that are interesting, that make it so much better than just a new build. For example, these little tiny indents here in the windowsill, these are where the original taps would have come up into some kind of basin. Now, if you can imagine sitting in the bathtub with the light pouring in, what are you looking at? Looking at that beautiful texture on the sandstone, and your mind goes back to what all these little marks were all about, things like this. So these are telling the story at one of those most amazing times when you're relaxing in the tub. Next. One of the new features is this strip skylight up here. And you just can't overstate how important getting good light into a space is. So in a bridging space like this draws your eye right through the space and gives you a beautiful designed line to bring you from the old into the new. This is another design feature I really love. It's a small little detail, but the way the concrete step here is floating over this one actually gives the impression of these sliding across each other, just like the limestone sliding from the inside to the outside. This detail is one that you see, actually there's a classic repertoire for this kind of thing. Makes me think of Carlo Scarpa in Venice. I want to show you this last one. This is the family room, obviously. It's where the family gets together and sits in front of the fire. And what do we normally have in our living rooms? A whopping great big TV. When they first put this TV in, this was white behind here, and this thing stood out like a sore thumb. And what David and Mandy have done is very cleverly just reduce the background for this section below the datum here of the steel mantelpiece to hide the TV in the background. What that means is the focus then becomes the fire again, and certainly the conversation with the family. Just goes to show there are thousands of decisions you make in any design project, and each one of them is a design opportunity.